Meanwhile, Israel has ordered its residents living within 2 kilometers of the Lebanese border to evacuate the area. This comes as cross-border clashes intensify. At least 2 people have been killed in Israel and at least 11 in Lebanon. On Sunday, the militant Lebanese group Hezbollah said it fired missiles into Israel. Israel's military says it responded with strikes on southern Lebanon. It also accused regional power Iran of ordering the Hezbollah attacks. As tensions increase, Israel has boosted its troops along the border with Lebanon. Our Beirut Bureau Chief Mohamad Chreyteh joins me now for more. Mohamad, Hezbollah says it has destroyed surveillance cameras at several Israeli army posts along the Lebanese border. What could that signal?
Well, Claire, everything happening on the Lebanese-Israeli borders tells us that this front is heating up. It's clear that violent events are accelerating. The rounds of skirmishes were intense yesterday. In fact, the most intense in quality and quantity since the cross-border shelling between the Israeli army and Hezbollah started 9 days ago. Having said so, Hezbollah destroyed Israeli surveillance cameras yesterday along the border with the militant group appears to want to prevent the Israeli army from monitoring movements on the Lebanese side of the border, as military alertness on both sides of the borders is at the peak, with opposing fighters engaging in intermittent cross-border shelling and clashes are ongoing for the 9th day in a row.
And give us a bit of a bigger picture here. Why is it that we are seeing Hezbollah's involvement here?
Well, Hezbollah has been explicit about his support to Hamas in this battle. The party officials said since day one that they are in direct contact with leaders of the Palestinian groups involved in the military confrontation with Israel, and they do not stand neutral in this confrontation, as they said. Together, Hezbollah and these Palestinian factions receive fund and support from Iran, and they are part of the so-called resistance axis, along with Houthis in Yemen, the Popular Mobilization in Iraq, and of course the regime in Syria. Altogether, they have long talked about the unification of the fields in any upcoming battle.
And within Lebanon itself, how much support does Hezbollah have, and what political repercussions could there be if we saw another war between Hezbollah and Israel?
Well, Hezbollah is undoubtedly the most powerful political and military force in Lebanon. It's believed to be even more powerful than the Lebanese army. The heavily armed group largely controls the decision of peace and war in the country. Just a few days ago, the caretaker Prime Minister of Lebanon was explicit about it in a live interview. So Hezbollah is very much aware of the dynamics and the consequences of the large-scale war with Israel. The party knows how fragile is the situation in Lebanon. The political divide is huge, and opposition figures have been really vocal lately about refusing to drag Lebanon into a war, as the country is already facing a devastating financial and economic crisis. But will this prevent Hezbollah from engaging in a large-scale war with Israel? I would say only Hezbollah have the answer for this question at this moment.
Well, thank you so much for bringing us up to date there. That is DW's Beirut Bureau Chief Mohamad Chreyteh.